God says, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open it now. You are going to hear some good news. God's miracle is unfolding. Someone left a note for you. Open immediately, for this is not an ordinary message. This is a sacred call, a divine whisper reaching straight into your spirit. Do not delay, for heaven's time is not like the time of men, and the angels who stand guard around you are crying out that now is the hour, now is the season, now is the unfolding of what was once hidden. The note left for you is not of paper and ink alone, but of destiny and revelation, written in invisible ink of heaven, sealed with the breath of God, and placed before you as a sign that your waiting has not been in vain. My child, you have cried long nights, you have prayed without ceasing, and you have wondered when the turn of your life would come, but the Lord says, this very moment carries the fragrance of change, this very second carries the power of shift, and the news about to enter your ears is not the kind of news man gives, but the kind heaven ordains. The note that has been left is not random, it was carried by unseen hands, by angels who walk in silence, by messengers who do not sleep, and they delivered it at the doorway of your destiny, because you were chosen to read it. It carries within it the message of release, the key to unlock the chains that have bound you, the confirmation that the suffering, the delay, the misunderstanding, the betrayals, the secret tears, are all coming to an end. You may not see the full content yet, but the Spirit says, open immediately, for hesitation will cause you to miss the timing. This is the hour where heaven demands your attention, and Archangel Michael himself, the warrior of God, has drawn his sword not against you, but against everything that tried to silence you, everything that tried to take your voice, everything that tried to steal your inheritance. You must understand that when heaven says open it now, it is because in the spiritual realm a scroll has been unsealed, and in that scroll is written the destiny of those who believe, and your name has been etched into it by God Himself. The enemy trembles at this, because once you know the truth, you can never go back to the chains. Once you open the note, you will realize that the people who laughed at you, the ones who mocked your faith, the ones who secretly wished for your downfall, will have no choice but to watch as God lifts you in broad daylight. The good news coming to you is not ordinary good news. It is the kind of news that shifts generations. It is the type of miracle that becomes a testimony for others. It is a breakthrough that makes even your enemies bow their heads in silence because they cannot deny the hand of God upon you. This news is going to announce a change in your life so loud that even those far away will hear it. It will be like a trumpet blast in the Spirit, declaring that the child of God who was once hidden, who was once ignored, who was once overlooked, has now been brought into the center of divine favor. Archangel Michael is shouting with urgency because he knows how easily the heart can grow tired, how quickly doubt can try to slip in. He has been fighting battles on your behalf in places you could not see. He has been guarding your dreams when you were too exhausted to pray. He has been cutting off the hands of those who stretched out to touch what belongs to you. He is the one who stands now, commanding you not to delay, because the miracle is fragile in timing, delayed obedience could cause missed opportunity, but immediate obedience unlocks the blessing that is already hovering over you. The note that was left for you carries not just words, but power. It carries a divine signature, and when you align with it, doors begin to swing open. You will soon discover that something you were not expecting, something you did not even think was possible anymore, has been released. It could be a financial miracle, a sudden call from someone who owes you, an inheritance you never knew about, a restoration of relationships that seemed permanently broken, or a release from accusations that tried to cage you. Whatever it is, the Lord says, it will shock you, because He delights in surprising His children with goodness when they least expect it. Do not underestimate the urgency in the angel's voice. When Archangel Michael says, "Open it now," it means the heavenly timing has aligned perfectly with the earthly moment. Delays that plagued you for years are being dissolved. You will soon realize why certain people were removed from your life suddenly, why certain doors shut when you thought you needed them, why certain prayers seemed unanswered. It was because heaven was preparing the perfect stage for your miracle to be undeniable, for your testimony to be unshakable. Child, your tears have been collected in bottles, your prayers have been stored in heavenly chambers, your cries have been heard beyond the clouds, and now the answers are descending like rain. The note carries the confirmation that you have not been forgotten. The miracle carries the seal of God's memory, that He who promised is faithful, that He who began a good work in you will complete it. Even when you felt abandoned, heaven was aligning things in your favor. Even when you thought silence meant rejection, it was preparation for revelation. Someone left a note for you, but the someone was not just flesh and blood. It was orchestrated by the Spirit of God, perhaps carried by a person, perhaps whispered through a dream, perhaps confirmed through a stranger's words, but behind it is heaven's signature. This note is divine evidence, heaven's receipt that your miracle has been paid for, and it is now in delivery. Archangel Michael warns that the enemy will try to distract you, to make you doubt, to cause you to delay, but do not listen, for you are one act of obedience away from seeing what God has promised. Listen, child, the miracle you are about to witness will not just affect you, it will ripple through your family, your bloodline, and even your future generations. You are carrying the blessing of Abraham, and the note confirms it. What you open now is not only for you, but for those connected to you, those who look up to you, those who will come after you. This miracle will silence curses, it will break generational chains, it will uproot lies that were planted long before you were born. You are standing at the threshold of history being rewritten in your family's name. And yes, there will be those who cannot handle your breakthrough. There will be whispers, there will be jealousy, there will be those who accuse you of things you did not do, but God says, "Do not fear them, for I am with you," and Michael stands guard. He has seen their plots, he has seen their gatherings, he has heard their conversations in secret rooms, but he laughs at them because the power of God is far greater than their schemes. The good news will arrive like a rushing wind, and it will not come in whispers but in shouts. It will be undeniable. Doors that were shut for years will open in one day. Debts that burdened you will vanish in one decision. Opportunities that seemed impossible will come rushing like waves. Health that seemed fragile will be restored in strength. The miracle will be complete, not partial. The note you open is not a tease, it is a guarantee. My child, believe this: God is not a man that he should lie. The note is a covenant reminder that what he said shall come to pass. Do not treat it as ordinary, for this is your burning bush moment, your moment of divine encounter, your moment when heaven interrupts your routine to deliver destiny. Open it immediately, for hesitation is dangerous in the realm of the Spirit. Delay gives room for the enemy to sow doubt, but obedience brings the fullness of the blessing. The miracle will not only bless you but will transform how people see you. They will no longer look at you as the one who waits, but as the one who receives. They will no longer whisper about your struggles, but they will marvel at your testimony. Some who doubted you will come back to apologize. Some who betrayed you will watch in silence. And some who once ignored you will seek your favor, because the glory of God upon you will be undeniable. The note is here. The miracle is near. Archangel Michael says, "Open it now." Do not delay, do not hesitate, do not doubt. For heaven is moving, and this is your time. God says, "My beloved child, this message is not ordinary, it is not a coincidence, and it is not something that came to you by chance. This is a divine revelation wrapped in urgency, a whisper carried through the heavens, sent by me through Archangel Michael, who has been weeping, protecting, and standing guard over you while you slept. The moment you open this message, the heavens align, and a miracle begins to shift in your atmosphere." Michael says, "I order you to open this now because a note has been left for you, and this note carries not only words but the very vibration of destiny, the very seal of God's promise that you have been waiting for. You are about to hear good news. You are about to taste the sweetness of answered prayers. You are about to witness the kind of miracle that generations before you have longed to see. You think you are reading words, but in truth you are unlocking a divine scroll written before time began. God knew this exact moment when your heart would ache with waiting, when your eyes would burn with the longing to see hope fulfilled, when your spirit would be weary from carrying burdens you thought you would never be able to drop. And in this very moment, God sends a miracle note. Someone has already left you a message, but it was not written by human hands alone. It was inspired, moved, and stirred by the Spirit of God. Michael says that your ears are about to hear a sound you never imagined. The sound of doors unlocking that were sealed against you for years. The sound of chains falling from your life, the sound of people calling your name to bless you, the sound of letters arriving that announce good news you thought was impossible. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are chosen. That note left for you is a sign that heaven is intervening, and all of creation is shifting so that the miracle arrives without delay. God says, "My child, you will see that even the delay you cried over was not wasted. Even the heartbreak you thought destroyed you was secretly preparing you. Even the betrayal that cut you deeply was in fact moving you closer to the place where I needed you to stand so that my miracle could find you." And now Archangel Michael is standing tall, his sword blazing with fire, announcing to every spirit of opposition that your time of suffering is ending. The note that was left for you is not only symbolic, it carries instructions, confirmations, and blessings that will manifest in ways you cannot yet see. Michael is saying, "Open it now, do not hesitate, because hesitation will cause you to doubt, and doubt is the enemy of your miracle. If you open with faith, if you read with your spirit and not just with your mind, you will hear the heavens echoing with the words, 'Good news has arrived.' Do you not know that every tear you cried was counted? Do you not know that every night you felt forgotten, I was watching you? Do you not know that while you felt silence, I was already preparing someone to leave you a sign, a note, a message that you are not abandoned? You are about to see the fruit of seeds you planted in pain. You are about to see a harvest from prayers you thought went unanswered. God says, "I was silent not because I ignored you, but because I was working behind the curtain. I was arranging people, moving hearts, creating connections, and ensuring that when your blessing arrives, it will not be stolen." The note that was left carries the vibration of divine completion. It is a sign that what was stolen is about to be restored, what was broken is about to be healed, what was delayed is about to be accelerated. Michael says, "You cannot imagine how many times your name was spoken in the heavens. Angels have been released on assignment just because of you. You think you are small, but in my eyes you are chosen, treasured, beloved. You think you have been overlooked, but in my plan you are at the center of a divine unveiling." The note is not ordinary, it carries heavenly ink. It may appear as human words, but its energy is eternal. When you read it, you will feel a warmth in your spirit, a lifting of your burdens, a sudden lightness in your chest because God Himself has confirmed that the battle is over. God says, "Good news is coming in multiple forms." Someone is going to call your name with honor. Someone is going to hand you something you never imagined would belong to you. Someone is going to restore what they once took from you. The note is only the beginning, it is the sign, the seed, the whisper. But after the note, the manifestation comes rushing like a flood. You will see blessings in your finances, reconciliation in your relationships, strength in your health, and clarity in your mind. You will no longer wander in confusion. You will no longer cry yourself to sleep in despair. Michael says, "I order you to pay attention, because there is an urgency. Heaven is moving quickly, and you must not miss the timing." The good news that is coming is not just for your comfort, it is to align you with your calling, with the mission God placed in you before you were even born. This is why the enemy tried so hard to discourage you. This is why you faced betrayals, financial storms, health battles, sleepless nights, because the enemy feared the very moment you are stepping into now. The note left for you is proof that the enemy failed. Proof that you survived. Proof that you are stepping into your destiny. God says, I am not finished with you. I am only beginning to unfold the miracle. The good news you are about to hear will not just be a blessing to you, but a testimony for others. People will look at you and say, surely, God is real, for no one could have come out of that darkness and still shine this brightly. Your story will carry light. Your words will heal others. Your testimony will break chains for those still bound. And as you receive the note, I need you to remember, gratitude is the key to multiplication. Do not take lightly the miracle I am giving you. Thank me in advance. Praise me while it is still unfolding. Rejoice even before you hold the evidence in your hands, because your faith will accelerate what is already on the way. Michael says, listen, the note is near, and with it comes restoration. Someone you did not expect is about to bring you news that will shock you. The heavens are aligning so precisely that you will know beyond a doubt this is not human, it is divine. Prepare yourself. Prepare your heart. Prepare your life, because what is coming is too big for the small mindset you once had. You will need faith to carry it. You will need strength to steward it. And you will need love to share it. God says, your miracle is sealed. Your note has been written. Your good news is confirmed. Do not fear. Do not hesitate. Do not doubt. Open it now. Believe it now. Receive it now. For the heavens have declared, it is done. God says, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open it now, because you are going to hear some good news that has been written for you in the heavens long before this moment arrived. A miracle is about to unfold, and the sound of this message will echo in your heart as if the angels themselves are whispering it into your soul. My child, you must not delay, you must not hesitate, because someone has already left a note for you, a note that carries the fragrance of destiny, the vibration of divine timing, and the energy of breakthrough. It is hidden in plain sight, waiting for your spirit to awaken and claim it. The Lord has seen your tears, He has counted your nights of worry, He has measured your patience, and now the time has finally arrived for the miracle to manifest. Do not think this is ordinary news. Do not imagine that this is just another word among words. No, this is the voice of God's mercy, the voice of Archangel Michael's authority, breaking through the silence and declaring to you that a shift is happening in this very hour. For so long you wondered if heaven forgot you. For so long you thought perhaps your prayers were only drifting into emptiness. But heaven says no. Every prayer you whispered in the dark, every cry you made when no one else could see, every time you pressed your hand to your heart and begged for strength, the angels recorded it, the Father heard it, and Michael himself stood guard over it. My child, you cannot imagine the weight of what you are about to receive, because the note that was left for you carries more than words. It carries evidence, it carries confirmation, it carries the golden seal of divine intervention. Someone on earth has written it, but the truth is, the handwriting of heaven is already upon it. When you open it, when you allow yourself to truly hear it, you will feel a trembling in your soul, because it will be as though God Himself is speaking directly to you, calling your name, and telling you that you are chosen, protected, and about to rise. Archangel Michael says this is not a game, this is not a casual instruction, this is an order from heaven's court. Open it now, because the delay is over. The chains of waiting have been broken, the prison doors of stagnation have been opened, and the trumpet of victory has been blown in your favor. You will soon hear footsteps approaching, but they will not bring fear, they will bring confirmation. You will soon hear voices speaking, but they will not bring accusation, they will bring blessings. You will soon hear news spoken to you, but it will not be bitter, it will be sweet like honey, overflowing with joy. My child, heaven has aligned the earth in such a way that this note reaches you at the exact time you are meant to see it, to read it, to hold it close to your heart. This is why Michael insists, do not postpone, do not say later, do not say tomorrow. The miracle is breathing now, the door is open now, the breakthrough is standing outside your house now. Listen, there are whispers in the unseen realm. A divine messenger walked into the place where your destiny was being written, and with trembling hands, they left behind the very evidence you need to know that God has not forsaken you. That note is proof that angels intervene in human affairs, that blessings can arrive in mysterious packages, and that heaven's timing is never late. Archangel Michael says he himself leaned down over your path last night, guarding you from an unseen storm that was about to strike, but instead of destruction, the Father commanded favor to land upon you. That favor came in the form of a message, a hidden letter, a written piece of destiny that someone left behind just for you. Perhaps you did not see it yet, perhaps it is folded away in a corner, perhaps it is waiting in a place you have not yet searched, but it exists, and when your eyes meet it, when your hands touch it, when your spirit receives it, you will feel the surge of divine electricity flowing through your entire being. Do not underestimate what heaven is saying. God says, this note carries the seed of your next miracle. This note is the evidence of what you prayed for in secret. This note is the signal that the waiting season has ended. This note is the turning point that will show you how close heaven has always been to you, even when you felt abandoned. My child, you are not forgotten, you are not invisible, you are not left behind. If you believe in God, type Amen, subscribe. My beloved child, God says this message has been written into your spirit long before your eyes could see it today, and now the heavens have pressed me to place it before you without delay. Archangel Michael himself, the defender of your soul, is standing over you this very moment, wings stretched wide like a shield of fire and light, commanding with holy urgency that you do not turn away from what is being spoken to you right now. He says with firmness in his voice, I order you to open this now. Do not ignore. Do not delay. This is not ordinary. This is not something you should set aside. This is the miracle you have been waiting for. You have carried burdens that only heaven could measure, the kind of weights that bend the spirit low when nobody else sees. There were nights when you lay awake in silence, questioning if anyone heard your cries, if your prayers were caught by God or lost in the air. And now the answer has arrived like a rushing wind. Yes, they were heard. Yes, they were gathered. Yes, they have been written in the book of remembrance before the throne of God. And because of this, God has sent a miracle to locate you, to stand at your door, to be placed directly into your hands in a way that you cannot deny. There is good news destined for your ears, and heaven declares that nothing, no power of darkness, no voice of the enemy, no shadow of doubt, can stop what is about to be revealed. Someone has left you a note, and this is no ordinary note. It carries with it the vibration of divine instruction, the fragrance of heavenly intervention, and the handwriting of destiny. This note is the sign you were waiting for, the signal that your breakthrough has already begun. Archangel Michael urges you with fiery urgency, do not hesitate. Open immediately. This is for you, and only for you. My child, God says He will be with you. He says you do not need to tremble at the unknown or fear what tomorrow will bring. He assures you that nothing will go wrong with you, because His hand is upon you. Even in the storms you did not see coming, even in the betrayals that caught you off guard, He preserved you for this exact moment. And now His Spirit whispers in your heart, you are safe, you are covered, you are chosen. Do not fear the arrows that fly by day nor the shadows that move by night. I have already commanded my angels concerning you. Think back for a moment to the times you almost lost yourself to despair. Recall the hours when it seemed as though no help would come. Yet here you stand, still breathing, still moving, still pressing forward. That survival was not by chance, it was because heaven was keeping you alive for this exact miracle. God says what you thought was delay was actually protection, what you thought was silence was divine preparation, and what you thought was rejection was redirection toward the true blessing that could not miss you. The good news is nearer than you think. Archangel Michael shows me a vision of doors opening, doors that were shut so long you forgot the handles even existed. They are swinging wide now, and on the other side is laughter, peace, restoration, and a surprise you cannot yet comprehend. God says, prepare yourself, because the news will come suddenly. It will feel like morning after a long night, like fresh rain after a drought. You will see with your own eyes that I have not forgotten you. This note, this message, this divine signal, carries the essence of answered prayer. Someone has been moved by heaven to act on your behalf, someone whose footsteps were directed to leave a sign in your path. And when you open it, you will feel your heart stir, you will know without question that it was orchestrated by God alone. This is why Archangel Michael orders with urgency that you do not delay in receiving it, because it carries both comfort and instruction, both blessing and direction, both healing and promise. You may ask, but why now? And God answers, because now you are ready. Now your heart is prepared. Now your faith, though tested, is strong enough to hold what I am about to place into your hands. The note is not just words, it is a marker, a turning point, a declaration that the wilderness is ending, that the chapter of wandering is closing, and that the time of fulfillment is at hand. Do not let fear whisper to you that it is too good to be true. Heaven never lies. Do not let doubt creep in to tell you that you are unworthy. You are worthy because God has made you worthy. Do not let delay tempt you to think it will pass you by. The angels of God have ensured it will not miss you. Michael is not silent in this moment. He cries out with a thunderous voice, "Child of God, this is your miracle. This is the very thing your spirit longed for in the midnight hour. This is the sign that you are not forsaken. This is the divine announcement that you are stepping out of the shadows of suffering and into the light of victory. Open your heart, open your hands, open the note prepared for you, and let the goodness of God rush in like a flood." Beloved, your trust in God is the key. You do not need to figure out how everything will unfold. You do not need to control the timing. You only need to believe that the one who promised is faithful. Heaven has already written your story, and this chapter is filled with joy, restoration, and good news that will bring tears of gratitude to your eyes. And so I say again, with all the authority given by the Spirit, do not delay. Do not ignore. This is urgent because heaven is moving in real time on your behalf. The note is the physical sign of what has already been settled in heaven. Your miracle has been dispatched. The angels are circling your dwelling. The hand of God is covering your steps. And as you receive, you will know beyond all doubt, God was with you all along, and His plans for you are still good, still alive, still unstoppable. Trust Him. Pray to Him. Rest in Him. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. You will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living, and you will testify of this miracle with your own lips. My beloved child, God says, this message is coming to you now because heaven has chosen the exact moment your heart is most open to receive it. The divine timing is never late, never early, always precise, and today is the day where something in the unseen will become visible to you. Archangel Michael has bent low to whisper into your soul, I order you to open this now. He does not speak with casual words, and when he commands, it is not out of harshness but urgency born from love. There is something written for you, something you have been waiting on, and it has already been released into your path. A note has been left for you, not written by human hands alone, but orchestrated by the will of God Himself. It is a sign, a confirmation, a miracle in motion. You are about to hear good news. This is not rumor. This is not wishful thinking. This is the undeniable unfolding of God's promise that no one can take from you. The heavens have long been watching your tears, the struggles you endured quietly, the nights when you laid awake thinking you were forgotten, and the days where you questioned why others seemed to advance while you carried burdens heavier than your strength. Yet through it all, you did not collapse. Through it all, there was still that flame inside you that whispered, hold on. That whisper was God. That flicker of strength was Archangel Michael holding you up when no one else knew how close you were to breaking. And now, because you held on, because you chose not to give up, you are at the doorstep of news that will shift everything. Archangel Michael says, do not doubt what is being revealed. The miracle has already been written. The note has already been placed. Someone has left you something, something that holds the power to open your eyes, heal your spirit, and bless your future. It may arrive as words from a person, it may arrive in a letter, it may arrive in an unexpected message, but do not reduce its power by thinking it is ordinary. There is nothing ordinary about God's movements. He weaves His will into human hands, into papers, into voices, into moments that look so small but change the entire direction of a life. My child, you are safe. God says, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You have carried fear, but it is not yours to carry anymore. You have lived in the shadow of worry, wondering when the next difficulty would come, but heaven declares today that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. What has been set against you has already collapsed under the weight of divine intervention. You need not fear the unknown, because the unknown is filled with the presence of God. This note, this miracle, this good news, it is heaven's response to your prayers. Do you remember the prayers you whispered years ago, thinking they had gone unanswered? None of them were lost. Not one word from your lips ever fell to the ground unnoticed. They were all gathered, treasured, and stored up until the right time. And now the heavens have released what was delayed, not denied. It is being delivered to you because God never forgot you. Archangel Michael watched over the process, ensuring that the enemy could not interfere with what belonged to you. The very thing that was meant to be stolen from you has been preserved, and now it is being returned multiplied. God says, you are going to hear good news. Your ears have heard enough of rejection, betrayal, lies, and closed doors. Now your ears will hear laughter, acceptance, truth, and open doors. The sound of sorrow is being replaced with the sound of breakthrough. Heaven is arranging encounters for you, positioning people, aligning circumstances, so that what reaches you carries His seal. This is why Michael says, "Open it immediately." Do not delay in receiving it. Do not dismiss it as coincidence. This is not coincidence, it is divine orchestration. Beloved, you are not alone. Even when you felt isolated, you were surrounded. Archangel Michael has battled unseen enemies on your behalf, and though you never saw the war, you benefited from the victory. The times you narrowly escaped disaster, the moments you were rescued from harm, were not accidents. They were Michael's sword clearing your path, shielding you under God's command. You have been carried through battles you did not even know existed. That is why you are still here. That is why you can read this now. Because you were protected for this moment. And this moment is holy. This moment is not just another day. This moment is a divine appointment. God says, "You are chosen to see my hand move in your life in ways that will leave you speechless." The miracle is not small. The note is not empty. It carries weight, power, destiny, and healing. It is written not only to inform you but to transform you. When you read it, when you hear it, when it arrives in your hands or before your eyes, something inside you will break open. You will know it is from God because peace will rush over you, clarity will replace confusion, and joy will burst forth where sorrow once sat. Do not be afraid of good news. Sometimes after living in hardship so long, you begin to fear good news because you think it will be taken away. But God says, "What I give you, no one can steal." The good news that is arriving in your life is protected by heaven itself. It cannot be sabotaged. It cannot be undone. It is sealed by divine authority. My child, you must understand how valuable you are. The enemy has attacked you not because you are weak but because you carry destiny. Archangel Michael has fought harder for you because heaven knows what is inside you. The reason you felt pressed down was because of the greatness rising up within you. But the time of suppression is ending. The time of release is now. And this note, this message, this miracle, it is the announcement of your release. God says, "Trust me. Pray to me. Walk forward boldly. You are not stepping into danger, you are stepping into promise. You are not walking into another storm, you are walking into calm waters. The news you will hear will lift the heaviness from your heart. You will see how heaven redeems time, how God makes all things work together for good, even the things that once broke you. Beloved child, I remind you again, you are safe. You are loved. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are protected. You are about to receive what was always yours, delivered in a way that leaves no doubt that God's hand is upon you. And when you hear this news, when you open that note, when the miracle touches your life, lift your voice in gratitude, because gratitude will multiply the blessings. Do not hide your joy. Do not silence your praise. Let it rise, for heaven delights when you rejoice. So hear the voice of Archangel Michael again, as he cries out urgently, I order you to open it now. For the miracle is already here, the good news is already on its way, and the note left for you carries the fingerprint of God. You will not miss it. You will not be denied. You will not be harmed. You will be blessed, safe, and lifted into the very promise that was written for you before you were born. God is with you. Rest assured. Nothing will go wrong. My beloved child, the time has come for you to open your heart and truly listen, for this is not just another day, not just another passing moment, but a divine appointment created for you by the hand of the Almighty. God says, you must open your spirit now, because the miracle that has been waiting for you is closer than your next breath. Archangel Michael stands near you, his wings stretched wide as a shield, and his voice carries urgency because he does not want you to miss what heaven has written for you. He declares with power and authority, open it now. Do not delay. Do not ignore. The message you are about to receive carries the keys to unlock the very blessings you have prayed for. You have felt the heaviness of waiting, you have questioned why others receive their answers while you remain in silence, but God is reminding you that His timing is not delay but design. Every moment of your struggle has been counted, every tear you have shed has been written in His book, and every silent prayer has been heard. There has never been a single day when heaven turned its face away from you, and now the clouds that covered your breakthrough are lifting. God says you are about to hear good news, news that will shift the atmosphere around you, news that will surprise those who doubted you, and news that will confirm once again that you are chosen. There has been a note left for you, a message inscribed not just in ink but in spirit, and heaven is ordering you to open it immediately. This note is more than paper, it is a symbol of destiny. It represents the words that God Himself has spoken over you since the foundation of time. It carries a reminder of His covenant, that you will not be forsaken, that you will not be abandoned, and that His angels are guarding you with every step you take. The enemy wanted you to feel forgotten, to believe you were overlooked, but God says, I have carved your name on the palm of my hand, and I cannot and will not forget you. Child, hear me in this moment, because the good news that is approaching will not only bless you but also silence every whisper that spoke against you. The miracle is not coming by human effort, nor by manipulation, but by divine orchestration. Just as manna fell from heaven to feed my children in the wilderness, so too will I drop blessings into your life in ways you could never predict. The note that has been left for you is a sign that my promises never fail. It represents the unexpected ways I am working behind the scenes on your behalf. Archangel Michael speaks again, and his words are not suggestions but commands filled with love and urgency. Open it now. Do not wait until tomorrow. The longer you delay, the heavier the enemy presses against your mind. You are not alone. Heaven is fighting for you. He reminds you that you are shielded from destruction, that the schemes set against you will crumble, and that even when people plotted against you in hidden places, God was already exposing their intentions and turning their weapons into dust. You are safe, my child. No storm that rises against you will prevail, no darkness that creeps near your house will consume you, and no curse spoken over your name will have the power to land. God says you must stop fearing what could go wrong, because nothing will go wrong with you. You are under divine protection, and the angels stand guard like soldiers encircling a fortress. Every step you take is ordered, every word you speak in faith is recorded, and every prayer you lift is turned into fire in the heavens. Trust is your weapon in this season. Prayer is your breath. When you trust me, says the Lord, you invite heaven to work on your behalf. When you pray, you align your spirit with the miracles that are already prepared for you. I know there have been nights when you lay awake in silence, wondering if your prayers even reached me. I know there have been times when your faith felt weak, when doubt crawled into your heart like a shadow. But I want you to know that even in your weakest moment, I was carrying you. Even when your voice could barely whisper my name, I heard it louder than the voices of angels. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to turn away. Now is the time to rise with expectation, because what you have been waiting for is about to